Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Okay, I've got some big news. Who was the one who shouted out the Brunson court case? Whoever that was, thank you, and thank you for keeping onto it and saying it a few times during my last lives, because I actually went and looked at it, and that is very, very interesting, extremely interesting. Hey, Danny, how you going? Hey, Deb, Sherry, David. Who else we got? Shannon, how you going? David, Alex, how you going? Who else we got? David Dorr, how you going? Okay, out to lunch, how you going? Bexley, how you going? Judy, how you going? Deb, how you going? DJ Truth, how you going? Who else have we got? Danny, Luna, Light Angel, how you going? Happy New Year. Ruff, how you going? Okay, what I'm going to get into today, the first thing I'm going to mention is this Brunson Supreme Court case. Okay, there may be a way to hold these people accountable after all. You know how they've given themselves immunity from this and that and everything else? Well, apparently hundreds of elected lawmakers and citizens expressed a deep concern that needed to be investigated. Brunson and the people, well, he's representing We the People, so in the US, filed a claim it's gone up to the Supreme Court. After particular selections, the hundreds of citizens and elected lawmakers brought forward evidence of misconduct, malfeasance, criminal behaviour. Brunson's claim is that Congress was constitutionally required to investigate evidence by their oath of office. They all swear to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. They're not suing about the outcome. They don't want to put someone in. They are suing for the corruption, malfeasance, and the rest of it, and suing to remove the security breach, which I believe is 380 plus people, as nearly every member of Congress failed to do their job. A petition of redress of grievances goes to the Supreme Court. Now, if they took that oath and they signed the oath with the Constitution, they are bound by that oath, meaning they're responsible and they're liable no matter what they put forward to say that they can't be touched. It's taken 2 years and $2 million. And he wants this guy, what's his name? Lloyd Brunson. Now, you can look that up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I went and watched 4 parts of it, nearly an hour and a half every part, sending letters to the Supreme Court to push this. And yeah, I think that is something major and it needs to be looked at. So what I might do is either ask someone to put the link in the comments or I will put it in at the end. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is we're going to go over a little bit of news. By the way, Happy New Year. It's New Year's Eve here in Australia. It's in the morning, New Year's Eve. But Happy New Year, everyone, in case I'm not here for it. I'll be in bed. Frantic Missy said, in a major step, Space Force takes over all military satellite communications, stars and stripes. Interesting. I've just seen this morning, so thank you, Frantic Missy. In major step, Space Force takes over all military satellite communications. Okay. Colorado Springs Colo Tribune News Service. The Space Force has taken over all Department of Defense's military satellite communication functions, a major step in building the new service. Does anyone remember us talking about the alternate internet? I think that's what it is. The Navy and Army have transferred major satellite communication operations to the Space Force in an effort to consolidate training, operations, acquisition, and other activities, according to a news release. The transfer marks the first time all military satellite communication functions have been consolidated under a single military service. Well, when you look at it, it's probably going to be safer there than anywhere else right now. I believe things are happening. Big things are happening. And it's all starting to come together. We knew this was going to happen. The Army transfers were expected to include $78 million in operations, maintenance, and 500 positions, the release said. As part of the consolidation, the Army transferred the wideband global SATCOM and defense satellite communication system to the Space Force in August. The wideband global SATCOM system is considered the backbone of the US military's global satellite communications, according to the Space Force. The Colorado Springs area did not see a net gain in jobs, although some people did transfer from Fort Carson to Shriver Space Force Base, said Colonel David Pheasant, commander of Delta 8. His Delta focuses on satellite communications as well as position, navigation, and timing, and represents about 10% of the Space Force. As part of the overall consolidation, Pheasant said he expects those trained in space operations will be able to spend their entire career working on space missions. Yeah, that's if you believe in space. Anyway, they can build on that knowledge and be able to share it with others, he said. Previously, a soldier in the Army might spend just a few years working as a satellite operator before moving on to a new job, he said. Is that door not shut properly? Because it's going to bang. The transfer of all new Space Force members as part of the consolidation is still underway and is expected to last through December, he said. However, those people are already working for the Space Force, even though they may still officially be members of other military branches. As part of growing Space Force capability, Pheasant said he expected the service to grow its partnerships with other countries. For example, the service could put payloads on some of Denmark's satellites, he said. Expanding capability in space is important because the military is seeing demand for satellite connectivity in the field proliferate, just as demand for data connection has risen in homes. Any resident likely has 5 devices or more in their home requiring a connection. Similarly, one military vehicle in the field likely has 5 different pieces of equipment that need satellite connectivity. I think this is dangerous, turning everything into, well, it's just me. I'm like putting everything on the internet. I don't trust the internet anymore. Donald Trump Jr. said, just a friendly reminder that 80 FBI agents had time to police free speech and memes at Twitter, but no one had any time to look at who was in Jeffrey Epstein's black book, exploiting children in a really bad way. And Adrian Norman said prosecutors say JP Morgan Chase knowingly facilitated, sustained and concealed Jeffrey Epstein's human trafficking operation and financially benefited from it. I'm pretty sure they did. Oh, this is Timcast. Tim Pool. Okay, and I think we know this, but let's go over it again. The US Virgin Islands Attorney General has filed a lawsuit accusing global banking and investment behemoth JP Morgan Chase of helping Jeffrey Epstein exploit and traffic underage girls. According to the legal filing, JP Morgan knowingly, negligently, and unlawfully provided and pulled the levers through which recruiters and victims were paid and was indispensable to the operation and concealment of the trafficking enterprise. Investigators who conducted interviews and reviewed documents argue that JP Morgan knowingly facilitated, sustained and concealed Epstein's human trafficking operation and financially benefited from it. Prosecutors say that the bank facilitated and concealed wire transfers and cash transactions that should have triggered suspicious activity, SAR reports, adding that human trafficking was the principal business of the accounts Epstein maintained at JP Morgan. Epstein, who owned a 70-acre private island in the Caribbean, was a registered sex offender following conviction in 2008 after pleading guilty to a single count of solicitation of prostitution with a minor in Palm Beach, Florida. Under Virgin Islands law, he was considered a Tier 1 offender based on his Florida conviction. Okay, well, he was trafficking to no one? This is unbelievable. After his conviction, Epstein formed a network of companies and non-profit organizations that engaged in trafficking, forced labor, sexual assault, child abuse, and sexual servitude of young women and children, according to court documents. A federal court filing from 2019 shows that Epstein's net worth exceeded $500 million, which included $112.7 million in equities and nearly $195 million in hedge funds and private equities. Virgin Islands Attorney General Denise George argues in the lawsuit that Epstein deposited funds with JP Morgan in exchange for facilitation of and participation in Epstein's sex trafficking venture. One sec, guys, just got to have a sip of tea and maybe a cough. It's still there. Specifically, the legal filing states, JP Morgan and its employees had actual knowledge that they were facilitating Epstein's sexual abuse and sex trafficking conspiracy to recruit, entice, harbour, transport, provide, obtain and maintain young women and underage girls to engage in commercial sex acts through the means of force, threats of force, fraud, abuse of process and coercion. Despite this knowledge, JP Morgan intentionally paid for, concealed, facilitated, and participated in Epstein and his co-conspirators' violations of 18 USC. Is it subsection 1591A? Which JP Morgan knew and was in reckless disregard of the fact that Epstein and his co-conspirators would use its bank accounts and financial transactions to coerce, defraud, and force young women and underage girls to engage in commercial sex acts. JP Morgan, through its employees and agents and their roles in facilitating the financial aspect of Epstein's enterprise, actively facilitated or participated in the sex trafficking conspiracy in which Epstein and his co-conspirators led young women and underage girls in the Virgin Islands and elsewhere to believe they would be rewarded if they cooperated with Epstein and his co-conspirators and acquiesced to their demands. Okay, well, who did he traffic them to? I want to know. I really want to know. Because now they're chasing some guy, Andrew Tate or someone around, saying he trafficked someone. I think I'd be very careful. It's mainstream news after all. And they're ignoring all this to go after some other guy. It's like a Julian Assange, the Swedish rape thing that they supposedly, and then they all backed out because it didn't happen. I think that's what that is again. But anyway, because they're not even looking into this. If they were really worried about trafficking, why aren't they looking into this and releasing the black book and Epstein's whole customer base? That's what we all want to know. Okay. I did read that. The bank kept Epstein as a client from 1998 through 2013 before finally severing ties. I only want to look bad for them. Prosecutors say that concealment by JP Morgan of Epstein's illicit activities continued until years after the bank was no longer benefiting from his business. Attorney General George is asking the court for punitive and compensatory damages, civil penalties, that the court order JP Morgan to pay appropriate fines to the government, and that JP Morgan pay all money obtained through Epstein's illegal network to the government. Prosecutors also seek an injunction against JP Morgan to prevent further illegal conduct, bringing the bank in line with federal reporting requirements. I'm going to have a coughing problem, guys. Dear me. I have a tickle in the throat. So this might not be a long live stream. Okay, Jack Posobiec said Biden's having the omnibus bill flown down to the Caribbean for him to sign it. Caribbean. Look, it depends on how you want to say it. It's up to you. I don't mind. SBF set up operations in the Caribbean. And we all know, where Epstein Island is. Are we noticing a pattern yet? There's something over that, like they're not the same laws or something's going on. Jack Posobiec said, a secret transfer. Before becoming president, Zelensky declared some of his private assets. They included cars, property, and 3 of the co-owned offshore companies. One, Film Heritage, which he held jointly with his wife, Alina, a former, I don't know how to say that, Kvartal 95 rider, is registered in Belize. But the Pandora Papers show further offshore assets that Zelensky appears not to have revealed. Film Heritage had a 25% stake in LBRY, a Cyprus holding company. LBRY in turn owns Multex Multi-Capital Corp, a previously unknown entity registered in the tax haven of the British Virgin Islands. Zelensky, the Sheffer brothers, and Yakovlev each held a 25% stake in Multex. On the 13th of March 2019, 2 weeks before the first round of voting in, oh God, now they're going to love this, in the Ukraine selections, Zelensky gave his quarter stake in Multex to Sherry Shafir, documents show. It is unclear if Shafir paid Zelensky. Bakanov witnessed this secret transfer and signed the offshore papers. I don't know how true this is, so take it with a grain of salt, because we don't know where it's from. It's just like, I don't know. Hang on, does he actually... No, there's no link. Okay, what was going on then? Why does it look like Clooney is... Do you remember this? Does anyone remember this? Because this was a long time, quite a few years ago. It looks like Clooney's zipping himself up. Why does Obama look like a stunned mullet? And the little one. Anyone remember all that? Yeah, we all... What's going on in the Virgin Islands? Is that where all these crooks are picking up their cut of the money for covering for Epstein and SBF? Mayor Eric Adams soaked up sun in US Virgin Islands as bomb cyclone pounded in New York City. And all these, like, bomb cyclones, bomb storms, what, like, seriously? It's like they're telling us. Yeah, if people haven't noticed a pattern by now, good grief, they need help. Gunther Eagleman said, F Trump's tax returns. I want to see some Epstein Island mother effers in jail. I'd like to see that too. Wouldn't you? I'm sure we all would. Elon Musk said much more than 25. Oh, I don't think I can read this one yet. This one might have to be a Rumble and the rest only. It's the COVID edition, you know. So even though in New South Wales, as of the 30th of November, everything's been dropped. It's all gone. All gone. And people are still walking around with, you know, covering their faces and stuff. And I'm like, oh please don't. God help us. Anyway, I will be reading this one, just not here. I'm sorry, guys. I have to do that one on Rumble. Brooklyn Dad Defiant said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Whoever is guilty of human trafficking, child sex trafficking, put their asses in prison for life. Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. Prosecute them all. Release the Ghislaine Maxwell list. Look, everyone's crying for it. We all want it, right? Oh, this was interesting. Tracy Beans, who I found, I don't know how I found, but anyway, she's there. I used to follow her years ago. Raise your hand if the default for you is to assume someone is automatically guilty after they're arrested or even before they're arrested. How many of us, really, and I'm not excluding myself, have just said, right, that's it, guilty? I've done it. When really it is innocent until proven guilty. We have to, no matter how bad it gets, we still have to wait for that, okay? Even though we want to just, you know. Sophie Corcoran said Andrew Tate crosses Greta Thunberg. Okay, here we go. Immediately arrested for sex trafficking. Ghislaine Maxwell found guilty a whole year ago. None of her clients have ever been questioned or arrested. Not even spoken about by the mainstream media. I wonder why. Are they part of it? They only care about the bad behaviour of those they dislike. Not all would be a part of it, but a lot of them would be. For the avoidance of doubt, because people just love to misrepresent what I say, I dislike Andrew Tate and have done since way before he was arrested. I don't even know who he is, but anyway, sorry. I don't know who he is. I just question why those who pander to the liberal elite don't seem to face justice in the same way that those who don't. Yeah, see, I didn't know who Andrew Tate was until he was arrested and everyone started talking about him, and then I'm like, oh. I still don't really know who he is. I believe he's just a guy who speaks the truth and maybe a bit, you know, I don't know, over the top. We all are sometimes. Don't worry about it. Everyone's allowed a voice, though. And honestly, this does smell to me like another Julian Assange, Kavanaugh type of accusation that turns out not to be true. Isabella Maria DeLuca said Andrew Tate isn't a human trafficker. You know who is? Ghislaine Maxwell, who was found guilty of child trafficking, and not one predator that paid to be on an island with minors has their name released, their home raided, or been arrested. They're picking and choosing. That's why it makes me think this is fake. Colin Rugg said, I don't know if Andrew Tate is innocent or guilty, but I do know the left never had this enthusiasm for finding out which elites were attacking children with Epstein. And again, Blair White, whether Andrew Tate is guilty or not, they skipped the entire Jeffrey Epstein client list because he's their enemy and the people on that list aren't. So you can think, well, you could do your own research, whatever you do. Just do your own research. Don't always believe what I say either. Use discernment and do your own research. That's the best way to go about all this. Tosca Austin said the media say Elon Musk's reputation is in danger. And Elon Musk said the legacy media should worry about its reputation. We have only just begun. So there's a lot more to come, obviously. The opinionated black woman said this bloke needs to shut the up and get it back in his box, okay? News.com.au, Australia's news. A hardline Australian Islamic preacher has declared saying Merry Christmas is worse than congratulating someone for murder. Really? How many people celebrate Christmas that ended up saying happy holidays? And if you did say happy holidays, you're not falling into this NWO thing, are you? Because that's kind of what this looks like. Ian Miles Chong said, soon to be living on British tax pounds. Are you ready for it? We know this is going on. It's going on here in Australia too. It's going on in America. It's going on everywhere, and we know it. And it's a huge problem. I don't mind immigration. Like, I am one. Oh, my God. Legal, right? But you've got to have people who have the same kind of belief. Not the same belief necessarily, but, love that country, want to integrate. That's the main thing, integration. Otherwise, we have all these little pockets all over the place of different, like there's a Chinese suburb and there's an Islamic suburb here in Sydney. Hello? Mix everyone or not? If you're not going to mix, why come here? Sorry, but really? It's an honest question. Lauren Bobert said, I'm confused. The J6 committee withdrew real Donald Trump's subpoena. I thought they were so close to catching him. I thought his imprisonment was imminent and inevitable. Weren't the walls closing in? Oh, well, better luck next time, kids. It's what they do over and over again. And all these people, you see them all over Twitter saying, oh, his time's limited, his time's up, we're going to get him. They never do. Okay, even Rukshan Fernando said this was Andrew Tate on Piers Morgan a few days ago. Today, Romania prosecutors have detained Andrew Tate under suspicion for alleged involvement in human trafficking, rape, and setting up an organised crime operation in the country. Let's have I got the sound on? I think I do.
There's not been a single woman who's accused me of a crime, not a single woman who's accused me of rape, not a single woman who's come out and said anything from my entire past of 36 years I've done anything wrong ever. Anybody else with my level of fame, any footballer, any other movie star, at least has people who've come out and accused them of rape, X, Y, Z. I have no woman who's come out and ever said I've hurt her. No woman has come out and ever said I've done damage to her or been horrible to her. Everybody who ever interacted with me has said I've been a nice person. All of them. So this random Twitter nobody who seems to know so much is full of...
All right.
There's not been a single woman who's accused me of a crime.
Sorry, let it play again. There you go. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. You can make your own mind up, but I do think this looks like another setup and distraction and you know what. Okay, Libs of TikTok said self-described LGBTQ activist explains all they're asking for is us to participate in their pronoun rituals and compel our speech. We shouldn't give in. I'll never give in. This is insane. These people are insane.
Hi, my name is Sarah. My pronouns are she, her, they, and them. What are your pronouns?
Is she talking to like a 2-year-old?
See, do you see how easy that is, people? All you have to do is ask somebody what their pronouns are, and then, I don't know, just respect it. It is really not that hard of a concept. And for all those people out there making it like a big, huge deal, you look like an idiot. It's really not. It's called respect, right? Respect. So let's try this again. Hi, my name is Sarah.
Respect is earned, not given automatically. It's earned.
Sarah, my pronouns are she, her, they, them. What are your pronouns? Let's be friends.
Oh my God. That couldn't be more cringe if she tried. Oh dear. Big Bird said, nanoparticles in our food now? No law to publish on the ingredient list? Who's the largest farmer in the USA? Bill Gates. You can bet your bottom dollar it's happening. What's this? Let's have a look. I don't know what it is. I haven't watched it.
The FDA has allowed nanoparticles into the food supply under the generally recognized as safe provision because they claim that they are no more dangerous than their larger counterparts. Titanium is generally safe, therefore nanotitanium must be safe. But they also admit that known materials can exhibit new or altered physiochemical properties at nanoscale dimensions, including unknown safety hazards that they will continue to monitor for. In other words, the human trials for consumable nanotechnology is currently happening in the public without their knowledge. Nanoparticles can be absorbed into our immune defense system, and into our bloodstream. And just like the FDA admits, materials at the nanoscale can cause unknown changes in a person's biological system. Animal studies have proven that nanoparticles are changing the way our bodies absorb certain minerals, such as iron. FDA chemist Timothy Duncan wrote that nanotechnology in the food supply is being held back because the food supply industry is afraid of public backlash, and argues that nanotechnology will somehow make food healthier. The FDA is far more concerned with pushing more of these experimental nanoparticles into the food supply than they are with safety. Like they said about giving the dangerous experimental vaccines to your kids. We're never going to learn about how safe the vaccine is until we start giving it.
Okay. That's what they said, though. They did say that. But because he changed and started talking about that, I don't know. And the guy, Rage Against the Name I really like, says this guy is in Shanghai and shows the newspaper with the date December 2022. There are no Chinese in line at the emergency rooms. No people dying on the streets or in crowded hospitals. But they want us to believe the lie here in the West that starting all over again. Let's have a look.
People dying everywhere and that the fever clinics are all overflowing. So what I'm going to do is go to check it out for myself and bring you guys along. Let's see.
And this is what happened at the start, right? Remember? It was all like acting.
Hey you guys, it is the 20th of December here in Shanghai. I am at a fever clinic. If you can see here, it says 发热门诊 fever clinic. As you can see, there's hardly anyone waiting, maybe about 10 people. I asked one guy how long he's been waiting for. Sorry, he said he's been waiting about 30 minutes. And he doesn't even have a fever. The only reason he's coming down here to get a COVID test because he has a red code for some reason. So you can't go to a normal place for a test if you have a red code. You have to come to the fever clinic. So a lot of these people don't even have fevers, hardly anyone waiting, and not a long queue at all. Okay, next place. Okay, you guys, I'm at a little community fever clinic now. As you can see, nobody lining up. There is an old guy sitting inside who's a bit uncomfortable. I think he's got a fever at the moment. But yeah, second place, 20th of December, no overflow here. Hey you guys, now I'm at the fever clinic I was at the other day, and obviously the same here. There's no lines. A few people inside sitting down, maybe uncomfortable, maybe they have a fever. I'm not sure, but I also thought I better grab a copy of a paper from today to prove to you today that is the 20th of December. Now this is the Shanghai Morning Post, and quite ironically or interestingly, it says on the cover here, all of the city's community fever clinics are activated, in use. So apparently there's over 2,000 community fever clinics set up, or 2,500 around Shanghai. So there's no queues.
Okay, can anyone read Chinese? I need to know the date on that paper.
There's no people dying on the streets like you're reading online. So just be careful what you believe online. I hope today showed you guys a bit of the real situation here in Shanghai. 20th of December, 2022. Everything is going just fine. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Don't let them do it again, because, you know, the West are going to use this as an excuse. Oh, let's go. Oh. I believe Victoria already trying to do it. Dan Andrews, he doesn't want to lose power. John Rich, China makes 90% of all our antibiotics. Acetaminophen, ibuprofen, and many other medications. If they want to bring America to its knees, all they'd have to do is stop sending us our meds. How many Americans would die if they went 1 month without access to medication? Do you understand the war now? Doesn't have to be fought with weapons. It's already being fought with other things. And they can do that to Australia too. And I believe the UK, most of us, all around the world. Okay, mostly peaceful memes says, why was Ray Epps never charged? Isn't that interesting? The one who was, you know, drumming the everyone go to the Capitol. And why have the January 6th committee members like Adam Kinzinger publicly defended him? Someone said they've seen video of him inside the Capitol saying we need to burn it down. Oh, I don't know about that because I haven't seen it. Can't say for sure. Luke Radowski said, if we're going after human traffickers, now can we also go after everyone on the Epstein-Maxwell client list? This is what I mean. Everybody is saying it. Everybody. We all want to know. And especially if they're going after someone like Andrew Tate for whatever they're going after him for, and ignoring the whole Epstein list, client list, that's disgraceful. Chuck Costello said, breaking report, bombshell video emerges from WHO director, Dr. Tedros, whatever his name is, you know Dr. Tedros, the one in the gay bar dancing, claiming countries are using the, whoa, okay, are using a booster to do something really bad, and the media's silent. Wow, I hope you can read that. I don't want to play the... I'm going to have to do a Rumble video on its own. Sean Hannity said, not a scientist. I don't trust Sean Hannity, by the way. Not a scientist. Musk tortures Fauci, cannot be regarded as a scientist. Yeah, well, he can't. Fauci is not. According to a report from the Daily Wire, Twitter CEO Elon Musk announced an update to the platform's science policy on Wednesday. Musk says new Twitter policy is to follow the science, which necessarily includes reasoned questioning of the science. But it's his subsequent Twitter response that's making waves. In a subsequent tweet, Musk responded to Professor Gad Saad, who posted a video mocking Dr. Anthony Fauci and his decision to retire as Republicans are set to take over the House of Representatives next week. Okay, I reckon next week is going to be the start of something huge. Let's see. I don't know. I thought it would happen by the end of this year. I've been wrong. So let's see what happens at the beginning of next year. Anyone who says that questioning them is questioning science itself cannot be regarded as a scientist, Musk said in response to the video about Fauci. That's true. Musk also posted a meme mocking the political left over science issues. It's a little meme that says it's dangerous to believe anything blindly, and the science is settled. That's not how science works. How? Hang on, let me see. That's not how science works. You're a racist. Yep, see, that's how they do it. Prior to Musk's takeover, Twitter users were suspended for questioning Fauci's narrative on the COOF. Oh, is that it? Well, that ended pretty quickly now, didn't it? Okay. Oh, for goodness sake, guys. Sorry, I've got to go back to here and go back down the list. I clicked out and I shouldn't have. Oh, sorry if you get motion sickness, because I do. I hate doing this. Scrolling down, scrolling. Shit. I'm nearly there, I'm sure. Yep, there we are. Gays Against Groomers said California, of course, Illinois and Montana are slated to put protections in place to ensure children can be given chemical castration drugs and have their healthy body parts removed. Noted. Expect us. There are 3 states considering protections, oh dear, for gender-affirming healthcare. In response to new laws in Arkansas, Arizona, Texas, Florida, and Alabama that bar transgender surgeries and puberty-blocking medications for minors, lawmakers in Democratic-led states have announced new efforts to protect access to gender-affirming healthcare for transgender youth and adults in 2023, according to a report in The Hill. In 2022, more than 24 Republican-led states introduced legislation designed to restrict or ban gender transitioning services for youth. More than 20 bills in 9 states concerning gender transition services for minors are expected to be heard in the first quarter of 2023. The following 3 states proudly purport to block Republican-led initiatives and lead the way to ensure gender-affirming and gender transition services are available to minors. It's grooming and it's abuse, and oh dear me. California said State Senator Nancy Skinner Democrat, I'm assuming, introduced legislation in early December that would prohibit the issuing of warrants for those accused or convicted of violating another state's laws regarding gender-affirming health care or abortion. The measure would penalise officials who place violators of gender-affirming health care or abortion laws into custody. Bail bond agents who violate Skinner's measure could lose their licence and spend up to a year in jail. Yeah. In a Christmas season message, Skinner told KTVU, "We want to make it clear to everyone across the country that California is safe for you." I'd get out of California. See, just that alone makes California unsafe to any rational thinking human being. They said, "We respect those rights and we believe it's not government's responsibility. It is not government's role to interfere with your reproductive choices or your gender identity choices." No, but you shouldn't be grooming them either. Skinner's legislation follows similar measures introduced last summer. In November, State Senator Mike Simmons, Democrat, introduced the Gender Affirming Healthcare Protection Act bill. The legislation would bar state government officials and law enforcement personnel from pursuing criminal or civil action against a person accused of violating another state's laws regarding the same bloody thing. Access to healthcare is a basic human right that everybody has anyway. What the hell are they talking? And access to gender-affirming care ought to be a protected right for the communities that need it, not for kids. Look, most kids are, look, I was a tomboy. I grew out of it, sort of. Okay? I did. Most kids grow out of it. Montana State Rep Laurie Bishop, Democrat, introduced a draft bill several weeks ago that would require insurance providers to offer coverage for all gender-affirming care, including gender transition services for minors. And up goes your monthly payments because of that, when they have to cover all that. They shouldn't anyway. That Following Bishop's re-election in November's midterms, a representative posted a pledge to focus on patient autonomy in healthcare in 2023. Trans activist and Assistant U.S. Secretary for Health Rachel Levine advocates taxpayer-funded gender... Didn't she just get in trouble? Hang on, didn't she just get in trouble for something? Hasn't she been charged with... Or is that's another one? There's a couple of them who've been charged with something, I swear to you. Oh, my goodness. For all ages, okay? They want taxpayer-funded gender transition services for all ages. This is insane. Regarding red state legislation restricting such services, Levine said the impact on trans people is very significant. Yeah, because there wouldn't be as many because there wouldn't be allowed to be grooming them into it. Tyler O'Neill said Rachel Levine has not only tried to enlist doctors to preach the gospel of transgenderism, he's also encouraged state medical boards to pressure big tech to stamp out transgender hearsay. Do we really want to read this? Let's have a look. I'm not calling this person a doctor. Rachel Levine, a man who identifies as a woman, urged doctors at state medical boards to pressure big tech to stifle medical misinformation right after he declared there's no scientific or medical dispute about the benefits of using experimental drugs and surgeries to force male bodies to resemble female bodies or vice versa. Look, this is a non-returnable. Once you start doing this, okay, you've got no way of reproducing because that's the first thing it does to you. It stops any ability to be able to reproduce. It stuffs you up. If you're a man who's transgendering to a woman, you've got more chance of cancers and vice versa, I believe. This is dangerous. Levine, the Assistant Secretary of Health at the Federal Department of Health and Human Services, presented an extremely dubious worldview as the established position of science and acted as though no rational person would dare dissent. Really? I think a lot of us dissent. His worldview posits that many biological males are actually female and vice versa, and that these people are likely to commit suicide unless doctors pump them with drugs to delay puberty, introduce a hormone disease into their bodies, and perhaps even remove healthy body parts and reshape them into facsimiles of the opposite sex organs. Levine, who graduated from Tulane University School of Medicine, what in the hell is that university teaching people, said that any dispute about the value of such treatments constitutes dangerous misinformation that must be purged from social media. His support for such digital censorship arguably amounts to a modern inquisition into suppressing hearsay against the transgender worldview, dressed up in scientific language to appear professional. That's exactly what it's an ideology dressed up as science. It's not science. Science should be questioned, and a lot of people have a lot of questions about all this. Levine supported online censorship in a virtual address to the Federation of State Medical Boards in May in a speech about the pandemic. The speech has attracted renewed attention online the past few days. After addressing medical misinformation related to the pandemic, Levine turned to another area of substantial misinformation that is directly impacting health equity in our nation, and that is the health equity of sexual and gender minorities. There is substantial misinformation about gender-affirming care for transgender and gender-diverse individuals, he said. We are in this nation facing an onslaught of anti-LGBTQ+, LGBTQI alphabet plus actions at the state level across the United States, and they're dangerous to the public health. They target and politicize evidence-based treatments that should be considered the standard of care and actually aim to criminalize medical providers, including physicians providing care to their patients. It's not care. To me, it's abuse, but hey, you know. The positive value of gender-affirming care for youth and adults is not in scientific or medical dispute, Levine claimed. So we all need to work together to get our voices out in the front line. We need to get our voices in the public eye, and we know how effective our medical community can be talking to communities, whether it's at local town halls, schools, conversations with others, and we need to use our clinicians' voices to collectively advocate for our tech companies to create a healthier, cleaner information environment. In other words, to control the information that you get. Look, this person, honestly, is demented. The Department of Health and Human Services did not respond to the Daily Signal's request for comment on how Levine responds to criticism and whether he stands by his call for censorship. Rather than explaining the kind of medical interventions Levine supports, he used the euphemism gender-affirming care. This term refers to various attempts to make a biologically male body resemble a body of a female, or vice versa, in the pursuit of a nebulous gender identity that often, although not always, corresponds to the gender opposite of a person's biological sex. Yeah, some people think they're animals too, like furries, you know, like. Oh dear. For young children, encompasses so-called puberty blockers such as leprorelin, which suppresses precocious puberty, but which is also used to perform chemical castration on violent sex offenders. See? You're chemically castrating kids. That's what they're doing. For those entering puberty, it encompasses cross-sex hormones, estrogen for males and testosterone for females, in an attempt to change secondary sex characteristics. For some later teens and adults, it encompasses the removal of or alteration of body parts, the gonads, the breast tissue, facial structure, and the Adam's apple, in order to make males appear female or vice versa. In an attempt to back up his claim, Levine cited a February 25th study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, finding 60% lower odds of moderate or severe depression and 73% lower odds of suicidality among 104 youths between 13 and 20 who had received so-called puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones over a 12-month period. That's not what I've seen. I've seen studies that find the opposite, that more of them commit suicide after. It's something internal. It's deep. It's a problem. Yet this study does not come close to proving Levine's claim that experimental medication interventions are not in scientific or medical dispute, although many national health organisations support gender-affirming care. The Florida Board of Medicine and the Florida Board of Osteopathic Medicine last month approved a new rule banning puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and transgender surgeries for minors. And that's what we're talking about here, minors. Leave the kids alone. I don't care what you do when you're over 18 to yourself. You are your own responsibility. But the kids, leave them alone, seriously. Florida Surgeon General Hospital Lepardo had warned that the state must do more to protect children from politics-based medicine. Otherwise, children and adolescents in our state will continue to face a substantial risk of long-term harm. While some professional organizations, such as the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Endocrine Society, recommend these treatments for gender-affirming care, the scientific evidence supporting these complex medical interventions is extraordinarily weak. Ladapo, I said that wrong probably, wrote to the Florida Board of Medicine. The Florida Department of Public Health determined in April that systematic reviews on hormonal treatment for young people show a trend of low-quality evidence, small sample sizes, and medium to high risk of bias. It cited an international review of psychiatry study stating that 80% of those seeking clinical care will lose their desire to identify with the opposite sex. This trend extends far beyond Florida. Karolinska Hospital in Sweden announced in May 2021 that it would not prescribe hormonal treatments to minors under 16. In June 2021, Finland released medical guidelines opposing such drugs for minors, noting cross-sex identification in childhood, even in extreme cases, generally disappears during puberty. The Finnish guidelines add the first-line treatment for gender dysphoria is psychosocial support and, as necessary, psychotherapy and treatment of possible comorbid psychiatric disorders. Or you might just be a tomboy. I don't know. In April 2021, that's for females. I don't know what the male version of that would be, just a bit more feminine. I don't know. In April 2021, Britain's National Institute of Health and Care Excellence concluded that evidence for using puberty-blocking drugs to treat young people is very low and that existing studies of the drugs were small and subject to bias and confounding. Many people who mutilated their bodies in pursuit of transgender identity have spoken out against the cult that ensnared them. What the hell is my mouse doing? It's doing something that's really distracting. I'm a real live 22-year-old woman with scarred chest and broken voice and a 5 o'clock shadow because I couldn't face the idea of growing up to be a woman. That's my reality, Kari Stella said in a disturbing YouTube video. Other detransitioners have supported the states that have banned drugs that would stunt and potentially sterilise minors. I believe every state needs to pass a law that protects our youth in this way, Chloe Cole, a woman who desisted from a male gender identity, said about the Arkansas law. Is it indeed compassionate to encourage an identity that is false to a person's physical body? Would it be compassionate to tell an anorexic girl who wrongly thinks she's fat that she's right to starve herself? Would such a treatment for anorexia be right if major medical institutions endorsed it? Surely medical associations cannot be wrong, correct? History suggests they can be very wrong. Progressive scientists once endorsed eugenics and lobotomies as at the height of medicine. The inventor of the lobotomy received a Nobel Prize and many Nobel laureates supporting eugenics. It's not misinformation to question the value of treatments that will leave children stunted, scarred, and infertile, especially when such care aims to reverse the biological sex written in the DNA of every cell in a person's body. Yet Levine's transgender worldview will not brook hearsay, and he claims to enlist doctors to pressure big tech to silence anyone who would dare criticise his experimental treatments. Perhaps he's terrified to hear that he himself might be misinformed. In a big way. Yep, gays against groomers. In a new study that shocks absolutely no one, puberty blockers are proven to be irreversible. Rep Mark Green said in 1 week, Dr. Fauci will be held accountable. See, I think something's going to happen very shortly, in the beginning of this year. Veterans Taking Back said, I think New York City might have a rat problem. I could be wrong. Oh, dear. Okay, let's have a look. I've got to get it on full screen. Ooh. Where's that? You wouldn't want to be eating that after. Oh, they're eating there. And they've realised. Holy guacamole. That's not good. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to eat the rest of my meal if I was sitting there and seeing that, would you? Truth Ninjas said, Jesus, the balls on this guy to come onto Twitter, criticize anyone else for being full of shit and claiming to know a goddamn thing about counterintelligence after he was part of the biggest and fakest cluster in FBI history. Peter Strzok said, while everyone's looking at George DeVolder Santos, it's worth looking at him, especially his wealth and fundraising questions. From a counterintelligence perspective, from the many times during his career he claims to have visited Moscow. Is he talking about himself? Because he could be. Peter Strzok could be talking about himself. To the over $56,000 he received from Andrew in Traitor, a cousin and money manager for sanctioned Russian oligarch Viktor Vickelsberg. Yeah, I don't... No, Peter Strzok's an idiot. I agree with Truth Ninja. The balls on this guy to come on Twitter and criticize anyone else for being full of... Okay. Kenosha Substack. Kanoka Substack. Twitter files. Which one's this one? Elon Musk slams CISA censorship network as propaganda platform. This DHS-backed censorship consortium used 120 analysts to censor millions of social media posts. Yeah, and they're still going here on YouTube. Hey, you know how the Twitter files came out with they got rid of the big accounts, right? So they deleted them. And then they held the little ones back so they wouldn't. I think I've worked out what's going on with YouTube. Interesting. What have we got? I think we know about this. Is this different than what we've read in the Twitter files? No, it's about the Twitter files, and I've already read them. So if anyone wants to go back over my videos, you can find all the Twitter files. Chuck Costello said, breaking now, top Republicans call for the impeachment of Joe Biden. Do you support this move? Hell yeah. I'm not even in the US, and I... Yep. Okay. Hop along is here. Question of the day. Why did Counselor to the President, Steve Ricchetti, Policy Advisor to the President's Chief of Staff, Charlotte Latache, and Special Assistant to the President, Nathalie Maurice, meet with Sam Bankman-Fried and his brother 7 times in the White House as late as May 2022 on 15 minutes notice? White House. Okay. Oh, hang on. There was another one. Hang on. Bankman-Fried, Gabriel. 4 people attended. Appointment made at 1:46 in the afternoon. Appointment started at 2 o'clock. Appointment ended at 11:59. Wow. Visitee last, Butash. Visitee first, Charlotte. Location, White House. Room WW 152. Oh, is there another one? Looks like the same one to me. Oh, no, hang on. It had a different time on it. Appointment made at 6:56. Appointment start at 3 o'clock. Appointment end at... Really? 11:59. Is it the same one? Oh, I don't know. 15 to 5:13. Yeah. No, hang on. Oh, God. I don't even know anymore. Seconds after posting SBF's high-level White House meetings on Twitter, this is now the search return. Showing no entries because they've deleted it. Anyone surprised? Okay. I did share that one already. Meet Jalen. Oh, yeah, I think I've done all these. These are the people who work at Twitter who also worked for, like, the FBI or defense intern, things like that. Okay, guys, this is going to be a shorter one today because I have things to do. Okay, where are we? David said I was in an extra in Stephen King movie filmed in Southwest Harbour, Maine, lol. Shannon said, just topping my pool, the water made it green again. David said it turned unseasonably warm after the big storm. Alex said, I found a new channel called the Rabbit Hole Official, so I was watching some really cool videos. Lol, all good in England, David. And we have liftoff. DJ Shrew said, morning, it's dinner time. Well, here in Australia, it's morning. So, bit different time zones, you know. Hey, Alex. Hey, Deb. Hey, Judy. Hey, Bexley. Oh, yep. Oh, I'm back on Streamlabs for a little bit today just because I was rushing and I can't work out OBS stream. Hang on, this is StreamYards. I can't work out the OBS Streamlabs in that quick. So, takes me a few minutes. Out to lunch at 4:02 p.m. Central. Carol said, hi, everyone. Beautiful Luna. David said, g'day, Heather. And everyone, if we can pray for Faith, I think pray for Faith. Her father had, I don't know, they just pray for her and her father and her family. DJ True said 5:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, hello, Hev. Hope you're doing well and everyone else is good. Oh, I'm fine. I'm getting there. I'm not as, other than the cough, the flu has pretty much gone. Out to Lunch said, don't listen to Mrs. Out to Lunch. She's crazy. Oh, Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. Nicey Glover said, hey, lovely people, how you going? Out to Lunch said, heard only 50K letters sent. Yes, to that. Okay, let me see if I can find the thing I was watching to put the link in for the Brunson court case. I need to get onto my channel and go to history. And I need to grab one of those. Where is it? Okay, I'll grab the first one that I watched. How do I share that? I've got to click on it. Okay. Click on it and then pause. And then share. Right. Copy the link. Where is it? There. And then go back over here. I'm going to put this, the Brunson court case, the YouTube video, the first one. There's like 5 or 6 of them. Okay. Shannon says because they took an oath of, yeah, they're bound by their oath. They have to. They can be held accountable. Alex is saying hello to everyone. David said meaning betrayal of oath is criminal. Exactly. Wanda said the Constitution is the supremacy law of the land. It is. That's exactly right. Hey, Darren, how you going? David said I took that same oath when I joined the USN. Everyone's saying hello. Danny said Rumble has the greatest number of videos on Brunson. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. Danny's, okay. I'm going to write that down. Brunson versus Adams. And search 22-380. Thank you, Danny. So to everybody who was yelling out, you know, not yelling out in my comments, but mentioning in my comments the Brunson case, thank you. And thank you for keeping on mentioning it because it made me go and check it out, and I think it's very, very interesting. Shannon said 2023, buckle up, buttercups. I think so. Alex said, hey, Darren. Where are we? David said, I wonder if this is preparation for the EBS. You never know. And right before I started my live stream this morning, my mouse stopped working. I don't know why. I changed the batteries too and it still wasn't working. So I don't know what the hell went on. Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Deb and everyone. Alex said, yeah, no one wants to check Ep's book, do they? But it's because we all know they have something to hide. Exactly. Danny said, sent you a Christmas card, Hev, to your P.O. box over 3 weeks ago. Sorry it didn't make it to you. Brunsons are my cousins. In fact, I've lived with them in Los Angeles in the late 80s. Oh, good stuff. Excellent. Shannon said they didn't have time because they were busy covering it up. Yeah. Alex said, hope everyone has a good week. Carl said, hi, all listening and driving. I wonder what the huge news is. Catching up now. It's pretty much that Brunson case. And the fact that actually the Republicans are in on the, is it the 6th, 5th, 6th of January? Funny how it's 2 years from when they claim that that thing happened. Not that they claim, people actually did walk in the Capitol, but were led in. Alex said, that's lovely, and wow, yeah. You got legends in your family. I mean, is it? Yeah, in your family. Darren said, yes, thanks, Alex. Had a lovely Christmas. How about you? Yeah, I had a good one too. I'm going to do an unboxing of something I got. It wasn't a Christmas present, but it was a thank you present from my daughter, and I'm going to do an unboxing of it. That'll be a separate video, though, because I've got to wrap it up pretty quickly this morning, and I'm sorry for that. Menacing Muskrat said, can you pray for me? I was burnt really bad a few weeks ago. I'm healing, just in a lot of pain. Oh, no, Menacing. Okay, everyone pray for Menacing Muskrat. Faith and her family, because she did send me a message saying she might not make it. So pray for, yeah, guys. Yeah, I hate burns. Oh, my goodness. Out to lunch said 500 million, wow, makes my 695 in the bank look like I'm broke. Well, I am, because I'm not doing that. Alex said, yes, good, thank you, Darren. It was nice to spend time with the family. And, of course, watch the mandatory Home Alone 2 like every year. They kept trumping it this year. Good. Wanda said, Menacing Muskrat, did you get some Q silver for your burns? Sending prayers. Darren said, Muskrat, use a cream that moisturizes. Do you have something like second skin? We've got something in Australia that's like a gel, but it dries over a burn like it's supposed to protect it like second skin. That's as long as there's no infection in the burn. Alex said, apparently tape wasn't done for trafficking, but for money laundering. I think it's probably another distraction, though. Yeah, well, at least wait until, people are already like, and I suppose I did it too, thinking I don't know if he's innocent or guilty. So, but I think, yeah, the media have a way of making innocent people look guilty and guilty people look innocent. So it just makes me question everything. Out to lunch said, onion juice on burns. I'm telling from experience. Oh. Alex said, exactly. Release the contents of the black book. We want to know the whole thing. Darren said, is Tate himself the distraction? He was kept on the back burner for ages, then all of a sudden he's everywhere. I don't know, because I don't really know I don't know. I've never heard of him. Lanazi, yeah, you go on, Lanazi. Menacing Muskrat said, I've been on flamazine cream and waiting for it to come. Shannon said, they're after Tate because he called out Greta Thunberg. Jake, dare you on climate change? Yes, I saw that. He made a comment like saying, I've got a V8, V12, whatever, with this big an engine and, runs on diesel or petrol or whatever. And he said, what's your email address? I'll send you more information on my terrible CO2 burning cars. And she shared his post and put a link. What was it? Small dick syndrome or something. That was her email address. No, she was joking, but yeah, you can't challenge it. I don't know. Alex said, everyone said it was for trafficking, but I really don't know much more about it because at this point I don't care about all these idiots, waste of space. Yeah, well, I didn't know who he was, so I was really still Don't know. I don't know who he is, but I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. So, Kat said Tate had a pizza box mentioned 33 cars, flash 666 and pyramid. Okay, well, he's probably part of it then. Ruff said Aussie Cossack has a new channel. Aussie Cossack fan channel. Oh, cool. Darren said Tate was Big Brother 17 in 2016. The last UK Big Brother. Okay. I still don't know who he is. Cat 14 said, who knows? Sherry said, prayers, Muskrat. Yeah. Deb said, hey, Lenazi. Alex said, I just want the truth now. It's been a long old road. Here's hoping 2023 is the year of disclosure of everything. That's what I'm hoping. And I do think things are going to start happening on the in January. Like things are already happening. There's court cases going on all over the place with Google and you know, a lot of the tech companies. And then there's this other one that he can't mention. And then there's a few that can't mention actually. David Dawes said healing prayers sent, Muskrat. Kat said there'll be a waterfall of exposure as per drop. Hey all. Yeah, exactly, Kat. It starts with a drip and it ends with a flood of information. Menacing Muskrat said out to lunch, onion juice, please tell me more. Hey MJ, how you going? Darren said we can't learn all the truth in 1 year, Alex. That's like taking 10 degrees in one. Lenazi said menacing Muskrat, poke vitamin E pills and squirt on top of burn. My back hand landed in a deep fryer was bad to the bone. I did this and I have no scar at all. Praying for you, dear. Alex said, sending you lots of love, prayers and healing energy, Muskrat. Hope you feel better soon. Definitely. Out to lunch at SBF came to my house so many times. Oh, wait, it was China Joe's crib he was visiting. Deb said, yes, I remember that photo. Yes, that horrible, horrible, horrible photo with Clooney, Obama. Wanda, how you going, Wanda? Ukraine is the pickup place. It's all connected, yep. Menacing Muskrat said, Lenazi, thank you. Lenazi said, welcome. Carol said, yes, I remember that pic of Obama and Clooney. Yeah, MJ said Gunther is right. David said, I think the pic of Clooney and Obama was taken in Italy. I saw it a couple of years ago. Yeah, I've seen it a few years ago. Kat said, I flew from Seattle to Fort Lauderdale, Florida yesterday and only 10% with masks. Oh, that's good. At least there are less and less people, but I'm still seeing people walking around with them. I feel sorry for them because they just really don't know. Carol said, not jail, hemp. MJ said, temp back up in Florida, Kat. Nice. Alex said, I know what you mean, Darren. I try and watch everything. Helps using the 2x speed button sometimes. Yeah, you have to see what you've got to see, to watch what you want to watch, you know. Shannon said, I've seen the movie clip of that picture with Obama and Clooney years ago. Yep. Oh, Faith, how are you doing? I hope you're doing... Oh, just popping in to say hi to all. Unfortunately, I lost my dad today. God bless all. Oh, God bless you too, Faith, and your dad. I'm sorry. And I only seen the email this morning. I'm so sorry. Oh, guys. So prayers for Muskrat and Faith and her dad. Kat said, yes, I was lucky to miss the cold in Florida and have snow in the Northwest for 4 days of beauty. Is that right? Northwest, NW. Menacing Muskrat said, isn't Greta related to Roth kids? Yep, I've heard that too. David says, so sorry for your loss, Faith. Yep, deepest condolences, Faith. I'm so sorry. Deb said, so sorry, Faith. Alex said, it makes me sick that they're still covering this stuff up. MJ said, Greta, yep, and Dicap too, Granddaddy. Kat said, the arrest of Tate looked fake with no handcuffs, but who knows? Eric Smith said, look at Podesta, Anthony Weiner. Yeah, Podesta and is it Chester Bennington? They look very much alike. One of them, I can't remember which one it was. Was it Chester? I can't remember. Hey, Ichabod Mudnuts, how you doing? Howdy, beautiful. It's great, all your favourite Ohio Valley hillbilly. Much love and respect. Thank you. God bless you and yours. Be safe, darling. You too, Ichabod. I hope you stay safe and well. Darren said, Andrew Tate is made from kickboxing, reality TV, and managing girls on cam. Okay. Well, he could be. He could be guilty. I don't know, because I don't know who he is. I'm just seeing all these people, but it's true. Unfortunately, we have to look at all of this as innocent until proven guilty, even though we know who some of them are. Menacing Oscar said, my sincere condolences, Faith. Wanda said, I don't believe Andrew Tate is trafficking. The court papers say a wire fraud, but didn't say trafficking. Tate equals distraction. That's what I think it is. Susan said, Andrew Tate was calling out the Matrix. So there could be reasons for it. It could be just a distraction, or it could be that he turned and went to the wrong side for these people. Out to lunch said, Faith, God love you. Mine's been gone for 20 years now, so I feel for you. Alex said, I know, Faith, I'm so sorry. Sending lots of love and prayers to you and your family. Your dad's in God's arms now until you meet again. Darren said, the media are so lucky to have reporters on scene at a raid with full access while it's happening. Yeah, it's always set up. Eric Smith said, values. Wanda said, Darren Brooker, right. Darren said, when people talk about toxic masculinity, they may be thinking about Tate. Okay. Wanda said, Adam Schiff, I saw the evidence. Eric Smith said, Republicans and Dems are all friends. Look at the Bushes and Clintons. Yeah, it's both sides. It's not one side or the other. MJ said, looked over here, looked over there, over here. Darren said, an eclipse here reminds me of a real life Lex Luthor. Carol said, there's a hell of a lot of military men immigrating. Are these governments building an army against us? I don't think they're going to succeed. Or are they? I don't know. I've got a lot of theories, but, I don't want to say them. I'm probably not right. Wanda said, rituals are right. Yep. Faye said, thank you for the kind words and prayer. Going to be with my family now. Love to all. God love you, Faith. Definitely go be with family. Out to lunch said, the crazy is in their eyes. It is. Lenazi said, wow, she's stoned. Look at her pupils. Wow. Menacing Muscat said, yep, look here and not there. Final death roll. Yeah, that's what I think. Shannon said, crazy eyes. They always have those crazy eyes. They do. And they're always like, I don't know, they're really wide open eyes. Danny said, Tate is 3636, and he talked about the 33 Illuminati Freemason number car collection. This has something to do with the cabal, if you ask me. Fair enough, yep. Alex said they can shove their pronoun rituals up there, you know what, clacker. Darren said, yes, that is female pronouns, so she knows English. Alex said, respect is earned. Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Respect is not just given. You don't, it's earned. But you can be polite to people, but that does not mean bending over backwards to ask people what their pronouns are and start using. No. Eric said, I don't trust your science or your pronouns. Yeah, exactly. Sherry said, that woman's a few shingles shy of a roof. Yep. Carol said, oh, yeah, she's after the children. David said, I have no respect for pronouns. They have done nothing to deserve my respect. Exactly. Alex said, if they want to demand, then I have the right to decline. Exactly. Deb said, she's crazy. Luna said, I'd rather be friends with the dead than that woman. How bloody creepy do you want to look and act, my God? And there's a lot of them. There is a whole lot of them. Out to lunch said, Donna wants to know, was the dude with crazy eyes a guy? I don't know. That's the thing. I couldn't even tell anymore. I'm like sitting here going, is it? Is that it looks like a female? I don't know. Alex is laughing, Sherry. Darren said, pronouns are designed as a limited set of words to replace many other words, not many other words to describe the same thing. Deb said, why nanotechnology? Because it's tiny and it gets in. Alex said, she did look like she was having a psychotic episode, Luna, yeah. Captain Whippersnapper, investigative journalists are our best voices. Thanks so much, Hev. No worries. Darren said, because they haven't got Pico technology. Deb. Alex said, hey, Captain Whippersnapper. Captain Whippersnapper said, hey, Alex. Deb said they did the same shit in America, saying hospital overflow, it's all fear. They did it here too in Australia. I drove past one of our hospitals, 2 of them actually, and they were dead empty during the height of pandemic. Interesting. Menacing Muskrat said the new pandemic is directed towards our youth and elderly. Luna said 20th of December 2022. Wanda said CP tribunals, 50 members have died in the last week. More are sick from COVID, right? Yeah, apparently. Rue said many people in the US have no idea Brunson case is happening. Complete media blackout. Yeah, well, people should know. That is a very, very interesting case, and it is huge because I believe it's supposed to be seen on this or decided by the 6th of January as well. I think the big things are going to definitely. Luna said that was the date on the newspaper. 20th. Oh, thank you, Luna. Thank you. Wanda said Chinese supplies 97% of our medicines. Let that sink in. Clinton, Bush, Obama sold us out. Yep. Rue's pretty cool there with some sunnies on. Menacing Muskrat said, I remember one of POTUS's speech that Big Pharma will hate him. Danny said, Rue, yeah, the media continue to be either ignorant of the case or disinterested. Alex said, oh, Hev, I heard you might have to make another request to get your old Twitter back and hopefully it should work. I think they might be going through everything manually, so taking time. Oh, cool. Shannon said they're using the booster to... Yeah, he said that out loud. Did he? Tedros. Ooh. Oh, God love you, Deb. Thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome, Deb. And Danny said 93 Hevians here. Ruth said media's captured operation. They've been ordered not to cover this story. Darren said they've already simulated the next pandemic. The timing was vague, but sometime from now to 2025. Menacing Muscat said the Tedros video is as bad as Klaus Pick on the beach. It is. Him with his little shorts, you know, those Lycra shorts, and yeah, doing, I don't know. MJ said next week, please. I know. I'm saying the same thing, please. Shannon said that picture's disturbing. Deb, looks like that lemon didn't make it to the loo in time and dropped the shark. Out to lunch said maybe we all need to change our handle to arrest Epstein clients. Wouldn't that be interesting? Everyone should just keep mentioning it on Twitter, on social media. Alex says, does Twitter have a dark mode? I have to put everything on dark mode these days to help protect my eyes. Yes, I believe they do, and I think mine's on dark mode. I'll show you. Hang on. Is it? I'm pretty sure mine is. Yep. Ding. Dark mode for Twitter. What did I look up? Epstein and Greta Thunberg come up first. Why? I don't want to follow her. But yes, they do, Alex. It might be in Twitter settings. Yes, they have it all. Yep. Shannon said Alex is joining the dark side. I hear they have cookies, lol. Hey, Weeping Willow, how you going? Just watching from the start. Oh, God, love you. Alex said using a real light bulb for background lighting too. Darren said energy bulbs ruin eyesight. Yes, I know. I can't have a ring light or anything, so I just have to use whatever light I've got in the room and I don't even have most lights on at night. Unless I have to, I'm in the kitchen cooking or something, then I'll have it on. But if I'm sitting down watching TV or anything like that, I'm not normal TV, but like YouTube or something like that, then I've got the lights out. Wanda said, but the government is making laws. Yeah, they can make all the laws they want, but unless it's in line with the Constitution, I think those laws are about to be throne. They don't have immunity. Put it that way. They do not have immunity. All these people that think they do, they don't. Alex said, my Twitter got nuked a couple of years ago, but still lets me view only on bright screen. Not sure I want it back, though. Full of venom, lol. MJ said, government is not what we thought. SOS is government, or SOS? Alex said, ooh, Shannonsby. Alex said, never, my heart is with God. Deb said, hey, Willow. Luna said, isn't the fact that these children want to destroy their bodies to turn it into something that's not a form of body dysmorphic, and isn't that a mental health issue, not a surgical issue? That's what I thought. There's something wrong deep inside. Not happy, whatever. I think a lot of the stuff is hormones in water, and it makes puberty worse than it should be. It's just what I think. Menacing, Shannon said, Muskrat of Menace, how's your man doing? DJ Truth said, blue blocker glasses, Amazon, protect your eyes from screens. Yeah, mine would need to be like blue blocker glasses plus magnified. Captain Whippersnapper said, during the Obama administration, prison inmates were given free taxpayer-paid sexual reassignment surgeries. My goodness. Alex said, hey, Weeping Willow, hopefully it won't take long to catch up. Yay for the 2 times speed. Luna said, RL is a toad. Rachel Levine, yeah. Rachel Levine is a dude pretending to be a gal. Yep. Faking it till you make it. Exactly. They have a mental illness. That person, Rachel Levine, has a mental illness. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon, I'm female, boobs and everything. Shannon said, where are your shades at, Alex? Then you will look too cool for school. MJ said, the lip off body parts on children. No going back, evil. Yep. Hey, Nether, g'day, mates. How you going? Shannon said, yeah, I was asking about the state of your hubby's health. MJ said, lop, not lip. Oh, yeah, lop off the parts of kids, yeah. Alex said, I agree, Carol. We need to stand up. Apparently Scotland just passed a law or whatever. It was to say that men only have to say there are women for 3 months and they're a woman. People need to stand up. Because if we yell as loud as the left yell, then we will be heard. They will listen. They'll have to. It's just the left yell louder than the right does because we're more easygoing. Which is a good thing, but not when it comes to this kind of thing. We need to just speak up and voice our opinions. And that's why I said go follow the Brunson case, send a letter to the Supreme Court and one to them as well. And if you can, help them out. Yeah. Oh, Menacing said he was doing well. I was burnt really bad. Healthy now? Alex said, never mind that they have a big old beard and a beer belly as long as they're wearing a bit of lipstick. Yeah, I know. Menacing Muskrat asked, how's socks? Shannon. Pantomime dames make more convincing women than Levine. Shannon said, is Nether Wilmington near the nether regions? Lol. MJ said, care. Care is the opposite. It is hate. Yep. Lanazi said, hands sore, be watching, much love and prayers. All you too, Lanazi. Aximus said, you can put lipstick on a pig. You can, but whether it makes a difference or not. Shannon said she's doing great. Say her sister yesterday, very cute as well. Dolores said, just wanted to say hello, can't stick around, have my grandchildren. Oh, good on you, Dolores. Enjoy the grandkids. I had to go and look after my grandkids yesterday as well. So, God love them. Darren said, wow, Scotland's magical, so I can live there for 3 months pretending to be a billionaire, then hey, presto. MJ said, hey, Dolores, have fun. Alex said, they also let a man in fishnets with his bits on full view to everyone, including children carrying on shopping in Waitrose, supposedly upper-class supermarket. They didn't want to be seen as trans. I would have kicked up a stink if I was in that supermarket. How dare you? Get out. Get out. Not around children, mate. Children come to this store. No. Oh, I don't know. I don't care if they think I'm hating anyone. Carol said, that's sick, Alex. I can't take it anymore. These men are telling women how to feel now. They're getting period cramps. I've seen that. Oh, my God. Davis says, so glad that here in Eastern Maine, men are still men and women are still women. Oh, I'm glad most of the people I know are. Ruff said Michelle Obama has something in common with Penny Wong. Both have question mark dresses. Yeah, Penny Wong's a Wongan. She's just a Wongan. You know how in the UK they call them Wrongans? Yeah. Shannon said, menacing muskrat, be careful. I don't want you to be a Canadian bacon. Hey, AS, how you going? Captain Whippersnapper said, I've heard that the prescriptions have known fatalities for children. It's highly unethical. Alex said, these blokes dressed as women are going to be allowed to get away with abuse and indecent exposure. They're getting away with it now. Not for long, I've got a feeling. Out to lunch, said the carburetor in my Tesla is broken. Alex said, if only Darren. Darren said, I say screw their phobics, turn the tables and point out all the hatred focused on the normal majority. Yeah. Carol said, yes, leave our children alone. Alex said, excellent point, Danny. Audrey says, Space Force equals population surveillance and control. They can be used for good or bad, depending on... I don't trust Elon Musk fully either, so I'm watching it. But we were told this was going to happen. Axelus said, Michael Levon Robinson, a.k.a. Big Mike. That's it. That's the name. Deb said, apparently trans men to women are now having period pains. I've heard that. Imagine if they are because of the hormones. Imagine if they're actually giving them stomach pain. But I doubt it. Like those ones that are on TikTok and all that are just like attention seekers. Shannon says, something Wong, Ruff, also Jacinta Ardern, New Zealand Prime Minister. Yes. You never know. They could all be switcheroo. Out to lunch, said, if money will fix your problems, I don't feel like you have any problems. Captain Whippersnapper said, Carol Engel, much agreed. Children are not commodities. It's exploitative and predatory. And I agree, out to lunch. Yeah, money. Danny said, lol, Deb saw that video, absurdity beyond. Nursing Muskrat said, oh, Shannon, you made me laugh. Carol said, make psych wards great again. Yes, I think we need to. Bring them back. There's got to be something you can do to help these people who are really seem insane. Seem, I said. Danny said, Shannon, completely agree with you about Jacinta. That's a dude, man. DJ Truth said, only thing money will fix is being broke. That's it. MJ said, Jacinta looks just like his dad. Yep. Out to lunch said, did Rachel legally change their name? I don't know. Alex said, I feel so sorry for these now young adults who are neglected and not protected as children into making these irreversible choices. The problem is some of them are from good families and they're still being brainwashed into thinking that this is a way to go, especially if they're in a university or college or something that is away from the family, you know what I mean? Alex said, these children are being mutilated, full stop. Exactly. Darren said, with the horse face, you could say Jacinta is a stud. Deb said, rat dining, ratatouille. Yeah, I could not eat. If I was in a restaurant eating food and I seen her, I would probably be gagging. I don't know, just me. Danny said, Carol, yes, my gosh, you can see the mental illness in their eyes. 50 years ago, they'd have been rightly locked up for mental disease. Play dress up in your house, not in public. Yes. MJ said, yes, it's mutilation. Sadly, it's a nightmare. Carol said, saw a video of Jacinta very well endowed. Yeah, I seen that too. Alex says, so sad, MJ. Yeah, it is. Captain Whippersnapper said, much agreed, Alex. Here in the States, CPS has quotas, extremely predatory to exploit families in fraud kangaroo courts. It's human trafficking all the way. I agree, Captain Whippersnapper. A lot of it is. Because they don't really help the ones who are being abused. That's at least what we see here in Australia. They don't actually help the ones that are being abused. They help take kids off families. And God knows they end up with people worse. Deb said, it's all just like the silent wall, pale horse riding. Out to lunch said, I let Mallory eat pepper flakes at Pizza Hut, but no cutting body parts off. Deb said, 9:27 a.m, very sunny Adelaide, South Australia. And Shannon said pretty much the same thing 2 minutes later. And it's 10:35 a.m. here in Sydney, Australia. MJ said, I think more than half choose wrong, marry wrong person, all good intentions, all right? More than half divorce, life goes on, huge life choice. Imagine cutting off body parts, crucial to life experience. I agree. Out to lunch, said if China Joe is gone, what's in line next? Harris or Pelosi or the House Speaker next? Are we any better? No, they won't be, because they're all about to be taken out. If this thing goes through, if that court case goes through, most of them aren't going to be there. It'll be like a new start. Darren said, still evening here, 11 p.m. DJ Truth said 6:01 p.m., 55 degrees in the middle of winter in North Carolina. Oh, stay warm. Oh, God love you, Deb. Thank you. God love you. Menacing Muskrat said Cho McConnell. A CHO McConnell. Darren Book said they'll probably hide Joe in the basement and use Jill for all public appearances. Carol said 50 here in the northeast PA, US. MJ said today was beautiful weather, balmy in Massachusetts. Today is supposed to be lovely here. 23 degrees, it's cloudy. Let's see. Out to lunch, said Deb, good on you, love. Rue said Brunson case ignored by all media in USA. That's really sad, because it really does need to be, it needs to be broadcast. Everyone should go and listen to it. And there's the link. Shannon said, Deb, I find that cat disturbing. It seems to have heart flatulence. Rue said, Supreme Court hears Brundon case, January 6th. There you go. DJ Truth said 15 days without a cigarette after 46 years of smoking. Good on you, DJ Truth. I've got new oils for my little vape thing. It's really strong. It's, the musk lollies. Does anyone remember the little musk lollies or musk sticks? It tastes like that. It still makes me cough. Darren said, good going, DJ Truth. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to plan on trying to cut right back, if not stop altogether. Deb's laughing at Shannon. Susie, how you going? MJ said, DJ Truth, you are awesome. Yes, definitely. Stick with it, honestly. Shannon said, maybe a farter fox. DJ Truth said, thank you all. Out to lunch said, DJ Truth, great. Yeah, great. Hey, I am Kai. How you going? Alex said, well done, DJ. Definitely. MJ said, flatulent fox. I am Kai's. Alex said, I'm Kai. I was wondering where you were. Sherry said, good for you, DJ Truth. I want to quit so bad. So much stress makes it hard. Yeah. Out to lunch today, I'm Kai. Hi, my guy. Deb said, great job, DJ Truth. Definitely. Alex said, you must have heard me telepathically. I am Kai. I am Kai said, I was asleep. Rab said, much love, Hev from Scotland, and Happy New Year when it comes to you. You too. You too, Rab. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve here now, 10:30 a.m. in the morning. So, yeah, Happy New Year. I think it's going to get exciting very soon. Carol said, DJ Truth, good for you. That's next on my list. How are you doing it? Shannon said, the fragrant Mr. Fox. I'm Kai said, out to lunch. Deb, not easy, Sherry, but well worth it. I think it would be worth it, definitely. Cold turkey. Ooh, good on ya. Darren said he's not doing it, Carol. Angie, how you going? Anyone who slightly doubts Mr. T's in charge, search and read Devolution of Government Law. Exactly. Canadian Girl said, hello, everyone. I'm late again, but at least I made it this time. Happy New Year. Ruff said, you have 2 cats and your mouse isn't working. I think conspiracy. I do too. The cat sat on the mouse before I started the live stream and everything kind of lit up, and I don't know if she's done something. I don't know. Everyone's saying hello. Shannon said, late fee. Canadian Girl, Ruff. Everyone's saying hello. Sherry said, better late than never, Canadian girl. Hey, how you going? Account bare, not refilled. Hello, everyone. Sorry, Darren said, sorry, Carol. He said he stopped smoking, so the question is, how is he doing it? Or how did he stop? Or how is he not smoking? Carol's said, laughing at Ruff. True, Darren, lol. Susie said, what's the Bronson case? It's day 19 since I got sick and feel super sick. Very painful. How are the other sickies? Are you better, Alex and Hev? Yes, I am getting better. I've just got a little bit of a leftover cough. But other than that, I'm fine. I hope Alex is doing better. Yeah, the Bronson case is very interesting. It's could be clearing out Congress. MJ said, everyone get ready for New Year. Deb said, prayers for faith and menacing. Yes, definitely. I am Kai said, wait, onion juice on what? Burns, apparently. Oh, menacing muskrat, good on you. Brunson SCOTUS letter. Okay, there's a files there, okay. Canadian girl said, menacing muskrat, I hope you heal quickly. MJ said, they push him out to front to get run over by the bus like rubbernecking. Shannon said, Tate dated Piers Morgan's daughter. Alex said, hey, Susie, sorry you aren't feeling well. Sending you love and prayers. I feel a lot better. Thank you. Been resting this week. Good on you. Yeah, Susie, hope you feel better soon. It's horrible to be sick for any length of time. Out to lunch said, I am Kai on burns. Deb said, menacing got badly burnt. Menacing said, Canadian girl, thank you. Just tired. I am Kai said, beat spit, I guess. Alex said, it was small dick energy and get a life. Oh, that's it. Yes, that's right. Susie said, we have second skin here, Muskrat. It's good. A compounding pharmacy, not a big chain, can usually advise about that. Canadian girl said, I bet you are tired. Alex said, get, not and. Danny said, Susie, Bronson is a Supreme Court case scheduled for conference January 6th. If the court finds in Bronson's favour, 385 members of Congress and Biden and Harris will be removed from office. Okay? That's why. It's really important. I am Kaiser Muskrat. Are you okay? Menacing said, yes, Deb nearly got to the rule OD9s. Danny said the court's Rule 11 is what got the case to the Supreme Court. That's right, yes. They got it, yeah, I remember, they got it there somehow. Rule 11, there you go. Shannon said, now menacing as an expert on burns. Well done. Whoops, that was a rare pun. I'm really going to burn in hell for my wacky sense of humour. MJ said, menacing, I'm so sorry. Aloe can help. I burnt my breast badly making pasta. Sending love. Deb said, yes, you will, Shannon. Shannon said, geez, most people use a spoon to stir hot pasta. I'm not sure that's the intended use for your breasts. Menacing Muskrat said, yes, happening at the beginning of December, they gave me opioids and they made me so sick. I can't even take any opioid at all. Cannot have them. Violently ill. Blah, blah, blah. MJ, I was only 13 making dinner. Ooh. Alex said, Shannon. David said, I saw the video. They were on a boat and Barry was fondling George's crotch. Gross. I am Kai said, reminds me of hazing new guys at the foundry, scoop a handful of melted steel out of a pour and onto the new guy. Rue says Trump could take over again in Jan without forfeiting his eligibility of 4 more years in the next election, total of 10. Yeah, I hope so. Deb's, oh, God love you, Deb. Yeah, awesome, Deb. God love you. Carol said, faith prayers. Captain Whippersnapper said, sorry to hear that. Menacing Muskrat nickel heals the skin quickly and prevents infection. Alex said, yes, Chester and Podesta look the same. Yes, Chester and Podesta. I am Kai said, Tate shot a symbol right before they left. Oh, God love you, Luna. Thank you. Awesome, Luna. Deb, I find that animation disturbing. Not sure why. Maybe it's just me. I don't know what animation you're talking about. Menacing Muskrat said, can we wish Heaven Sent all the best in 2023 and thank you for all the real news you are. Oh, God love you. You guys too. I'm Kai said, yes, much love, Hevelin. Alex said, yes, Happy New Year and all the best to everyone for 2023. Susie said, condolences, Faith. My dad died just before COVID. Doesn't matter how old you are when you lose them or what your relationship was like. When you lose them, you're 6 years old and you've been, yeah. Oh, hey, Snow White, how you going? David said, look it up in the dictionary. Respect is expected. It is trust which must be earned. Disrespect me to my face and find out. Alex said, Hev's been a shining light each and every week. Oh, God love yous. I am Kai said, Faith, I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah. Susie said, you've been left by the side of the road, damn phone. Shannon said, Hev, stop shining light. It's hurting Alex's eyes. Alex said, my hospital was empty too. I went and checked for myself, usually packed. Yeah, they normally packed right out before the pandemic. And when the pandemic hit, they were nearly empty. Darren says, that sounds right, David. Alex said, Shannon, Hev is natural light, not artificial. Yep. I am Kai said, the dancing nurses were them trying to show us the empty hospital. It was taken wrong. Oh. Shannon said, a few of our hospitals are being emptied out, but that's due to the flooding going on, lol. Are you getting flooding down there, Shannon? Oh, God love you, Deb. Thank you, Hev, for all the hard work. Oh, God love you. Thank you guys for being here. Because without you, I'd be speaking to myself. Shannon said, Deb, I find this donation acceptable, lol. Becky, just come on, but they have another pandemic plan for 2025 called SEERS that targets children and can cause paralysis. I can't even say it. Paralysis? Oh, my God, woman. Get a grip. Alex said, yes, I and Kai also want a massive kick in the face for all those who had their vital operations cancelled and subsequently died while they danced the day and night away. I am Kai said, this will take a decade to complete even if it was already public. Deb said, last chance for 2022. Shannon said, because it's listening to you, Hev. Susie said, Roche Pharmaceutical is Princess Diana's family. Her nasty granny Ruth Fermoy was born Roche. I blame the doctor. I am Kai said, blame the doctors, not the nurses. Darren said, Kai, that would account for dancing Ukrainian soldiers and empty war. I am Kai said, Darren, exactly. Carol said, Happy New Year to all. The best is truly yet to come. It is. It's coming. Deb said, yes, how did they have so much time to make dancing videos in the peak of the pandemic? And you know what? So far this year I've been called a CIA bitch. Okay, I was more offended over the CIA bit than the bitch, I got to admit, right? And the other day someone accused me of working for ASIO without any proof, mind you. I know I don't work for them. I don't even know what they stand for. Australia Secure Intelligence. Oh, I've got no idea. Stupid intelligence, because that's what they said to me. Look, our ASIO is just like the FBI as far as I'm concerned, okay? There you go. Alex said, I blame everyone who complied and said nothing. I am Kai said, a nurse is an assistant employee. The doctors get the pay for pushing the thing, yep. Alex said, I'll never forget. No, neither will I. MJ said, I worked in medical, a lot of nurses, evil, rest nursing homes, so half and half, in for money or in because good. Yeah. Yeah, some people do out of the goodness of their heart. Other people go after the money and treat people badly. Darren said, we don't need a constitution to allow freedom of speech. It's a right given by God. Exactly. Darren said, never forget, never forgive, never again. Exactly. I am Kai said, check out Peak Prosperity on YouTube, unredacted documents from all the V providers. Out to lunch said, well, I guess I missed the end. I am Kai said, Peak Prosperity even has Fucci emails. Ooh, well done. Yes, I am Kai, Peak Prosperity. Write that one down. I've got to go soon. Out to lunch said, hit the thumbs up. Madison Musgrave said, check your phone, haven't said. What for? What am I checking? What am I checking for? Nothing on that one. Give me a sec. Was that you, Menacing Muskrat? Thank you so much. It doesn't tell me on my phone. I have to actually, people have to tell me if they have donated to Stripe because it doesn't give me a notification. I have to actually go to the website and have a look. But as they still transfer them out, I'd be getting money and going, oh, where's that from? Oh, I must have got something from Stripe. So they're not like PayPal. They don't let you know. But thank you. And they don't tell you who it was either. So thank you. Alex said, yes, a lot of them would get along with Mengele. I'm sure. I'm Kai. Oh, yeah, Dr. Mengele. I'm sure a lot of medical people have learnt from, not going to say it. I am Kai, said Alex. There's one from today, I think, showing the 2 shipments of Vita Australia, one tested, one completely blind. Pat said there are a lot of ladybugs on TV, all straight up and down, no hips, no. Yeah. Sherry said, what happened to the public indecency laws? Exactly. Alex said, I'm getting to the end of my tether with it too, Carol. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think we all would, and they know that they can't let the people, like, get too, what do you call it, too exhausted by it and just to have them all give up, you know what I mean? So it has to happen soon. Pat said, would you believe Delta? How you going, Pat? Alex said, seemed to have gone out the window along with sanity, Sherry. Angela said, kick them in the balls, give them manly pain. Yeah. If they want to experience period pain, there's one way to do that. That would hurt your gut, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I'm sure something in your gut would hurt. Pat said, hey, everyone, lots of love. Susie said, I'm dipping in and out trying to make some stew, so if I get disconnected or something. I want to wish you all the very best for the coming year. Great health, happiness, protection, abundance, and love. Me too. And Carol said, Alex is going to get physical real soon. Luna said, how will all these trans people going to deal when the medical war happens and they can't get any of their meds to keep them male or female? It won't end well at all. Exactly. Good point, Luna. Alex says, same to you, Susie. Enjoy your stew and have a wonderful year. Pat says, same, Susie. Deb said, all for entertainment purposes. Exactly. April said, haven't seen you in forever. Hope you're doing good. You too, April. Good to see you. Carol said, feel better, Susie. I am Kai, said Luna. They've got hard row to hoe. They've got a hard row to hoe, indeed. Alex said, I think people will get to the point where the top blows off. Yeah, I think once that happens, it'll, things will really start happening. Susie said, my new year will involve night nurse or NyQuil. Haven't decided. Oh, no, really? I am Kai, said, if being a key word there. Alex said, did you see the people going mental in Aldi in UK trying to get some energy drink promoted by Logan Paul and the KSI, the same Logan Paul that filmed a suicide victim in Japan? Some people are insane. Deb said, 10:05 a.m. Adelaide, South Australia, still not moist. Darren said, depends on which one you find hotter, Susie. Carol said, Susie, quercetin, zinc, magnesium does wonders. Vitamin C too, and D. Deb said, hey, Susie. Angela said, media doesn't want Trump. They know they're going to hang for treason. I know. It's coming. Shannon said, 10:07 Love Day, South Australia, moistness nowhere to be seen. I am Kai, said, DJ, congratulations. Nicotine is 10 times more addictive than heroin. Angela said, yes, hard to do. I just stopped after 44 years smoker. Oh. Menacing Muskrats showing the thumbs up and everything, and I can't see it here because this is what I get here, the writing. I can on the other one. I just don't know why I use this certain stream thing today. Darren said, when I have the flu, the last thing I want is to be disturbed by a nurse at night. I know what night nurse is because of Sean Atwood. Deb Richardson said, best thing I did giving up smoking. Because Sean Atwood said that one of his guests tried to overdose on night nurse or something. I am Kai, said I got pneumonia from 3 hours and 25 degree Fahrenheit on Monday. Really? Alex said, it's a year ago today that Giz Maxwell found guilty and still no names. Yep. Shannon said, best thing I did, never started smoking. Carol said, head for your cough, chop onions and add sugar. Let it sit for a few days. Take teaspoon of the liquid. Ooh, that would give you a good kick in the... I am Kai said, I stopped in. Kale should have stayed, stopped, but I'm stupid. I didn't get that one, Kai. Sherry said, at. Shannon said, ooh. I am Kai said, jail, not Kale. Okay. Menacing Oscar says, Susie, I hope you're feeling better ASAP. Ruff said, remember the old days when they sold your foreskin as onion rings with chips and deep fried lard? Now it's sausage butt. They did not. Shannon said, onion sugar juice. Alex said, sending you love and prayers. I'm Kai. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah, I hope everyone feels better, including myself. I feel a little bit sorry, just a tiny bit sorry for myself having the flu. But, you know, look, a lot of people are doing a lot worse. So I really feel sorry for everyone else more. Deb's laughing at Ruff and Shannon. Sherry said, Carol, does the onion and sugar work? I made some for granddaughter, but she won't take it. I'm Kai said, Alex just stuffed up now, some chills. Shannon said, slightly frazzled muskrat. Out to lunch said, remove. Shannon said, rough, lol. I'm Kai said, I really haven't stopped except for Wednesday. Couldn't make myself move. Carol said, Sherry, it may taste terrible, but it works. Menacing Muskrat said, Canadian girl, I'll send you my number. Thanks, Muskrat. Just doesn't feel like a regular cold or flu. Too many fevers, not RSV either. Super weak, taking way too long to get better. Oh, hope you feel better soon, Susie. I am Kai said, yeah, move fast enough and you won't get burnt. It still hardens in the air and you guy gets scared. Oh. Menacing Muskrat says, Susie, sinuses? Alex said, I heard they have released a new Event 201 type video but haven't seen it yet. Oh, God love you, Shannon. Thank you. Alex is laughing at me. Menacing Muskrat said, Susie Fraser, if it is, large pot and H2O, add Vicks and some onions. Woo. That sounds like quite a mix there. Out to lunch that I had sinus trouble. Yeah, I was with another girl and wife sinus. Deb said, yes, flooding bad, Murray River, South Australia. Oh, really? That was supposed to be drying up a few years ago, wasn't it? Was that the one? Hang on. David says, Australian Security Intelligence Organiser. Oh, is that who ASIO? Okay. Okay, well, the intelligence makes me think they're like the FBI or CIA or Lord knows. Yeah. So if they can prove it to me, because, I mean, I must have been doing it in my sleep because I'm not aware and I want back pay. And, yeah. Oh, people are silly. I am Kai said, bitch isn't necessarily an insult anymore, really. Sometimes it's a compliment. Yeah, not that I take it that way because I still see, like, I don't call my friends bitch or anything, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those people who says that as a term of endearment. But anyway, I'd call someone that as like a nasty bitch or something, you know. But anyway, regardless of that, I was more insulted by the CIA and the ASIO things than anything else. Because intelligence has shown us they're not so intelligent. Alex said, awesome, Shannon. Susie said, you've been through the wars too. Muskrat, how's hubby feeling? Got a second degree burn and second skin saved me. Because skin was not exposed to air, so it didn't hurt. Kept burned, hydrated, have no scar. Shannon said, the water's so dirty, that's why it turned my pool green. Oh, okay. I am Kai said, I'll put it on a playlist on my channel. Cool. David said, lots of trolls out there criticising, accusing truth seekers and patriots just to cause division. They never offer any evidence to back up their slanders. Don't give such tactics any credence. Yeah, I know. They're idiots. Seriously. He said, you know, he's going to prove it. And I went, come on, proof. Don't come in with accusations unless you've got proof. And even then I'd question the proof because I don't. And if I did work for A, I'd be demanding a freaking nice office and some good pay, mate, I'm telling you. I wouldn't work for them anyway. It wouldn't matter how much they offered. Menacing Muskrat said, we're a family, Alex. Happy New Year. Love you all. Awesome menacing. Darren said, that's the one I meant earlier, Alex. Plan to be represented as far more serious than Wu Flu. I don't trust them. Darren said, are you happy with second degree? You could try again for a first. Oh, no. Alex said, yes, we are, Muskrat. I feel so grateful to spend time with you all every week. We're not alone in this. I am Kai said, a male to female change leaves an open wound. Yes, it has to be opened more than once a day. That wound needs to be kept opened, and it has to have something inserted to keep it open. Menacing Muskrat said, always remember that in the end, God wins. Can I hear an amen? Amen. Yep, I am Kai, a long life, open wound. David said, yep, saw that video, Hugo Talks channel, Sheep Much Bar. Amen, said Deb. I am Kai, it's impossible for God to lose. True. Alex said, people have definitely lost it, probably wearing a mask as clogged as their brains. Yeah. Sharon said, that's why it's called a gash, yeah. Out to lunch said, if you have an outie and an outie, you're a boy. If you have an innie and an outie, you're a girl. I am Kai's laughing at Shannon. MJ said, I got an innie and an innie. David said, probably Alex reminds me of when Ron DeSantis said Gavin Newsom's hair gel was interfering with his brain function. MJ said, Gavin has a brain? Hey, Maria, how you going? Happy New Year, Hev. Thank you for all your good and honest news. See you in the new year. Take care. You are so much needed. Love and blessings to all. And Happy New Year all here. You too, Maria. Alex said, Slick Rick. Shannon said, if it's really cold, it really tries to be an innie. Can we not talk about them anymore? I don't even know what it is. Okay. I could probably imagine, okay? But, yeah, I don't want to think about that. Carol's laughing at Shannon. I'm Kai said, Shannon, wait to get past 50. Shannon said, DeSantis let Disney off the hook. Deb said, thanks for being the life of the party this year, Shannon. David said, yeah, right, so you're an astral CIA agent then, huh, Hev? Oh, yeah, God knows. Just the one thing, nobody told me about it, you know what I mean? So, don't forget to hit the likes, folks, says Alex. I'm Kai, said, confession, the first year in live chats, I thought Shannon was a girl. Captain Whippersnapper said, much agreed, Hev, they're not so intelligent. Yeah, and if they're doing, like, honestly, I believe our intelligence agencies are just as bad as the American ones. Luna said, beautiful. Carol said, me too, Kai. Shannon said, I'm turning 49 on January 10th. Oh, happy birthday. I'll hopefully see you before then. Captain Whippersnapper said, no forensic details either. Alex said, I thought it was your birthday soon, Shannon. I am Kai said, kept up until there was a response. Sorry, Shannon. Alex said, mine's at the end of January. Oh, January, people. Canadian girl sent you an email, said Menacing Muskrat. Deb said, Shannon's dirty mind made me realise he's a bloke. Shannon said, I'm sure my live video chats would have made it obvious, lol. Yeah, he did get on live, yep. Deb said, I did not catch the live, Shannon. Alex said, naughty Shannon. Luna said, beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, honourable, bitch. Yeah. I am Kai said, Luna, nice. Shannon said, look it up, Deb, classic. You'll see why we tease eyes to see. Deb said, cool, will do. David said, yeah, right. Wait till you get past 70 if you think 50 is a problem. Shannon said, Shannon's an Irish boy's name. Women stole it. Captain Whippersnapper said, thanks, Hev. And I'm Kai said, wonder where Eyes is tonight. I was thinking that too when Shannon said something there. Hope everyone's doing okay. Hope Eyes is okay. Darren said, Hev, if you're a spy, then you're not doing a good job at confusing us. No wonder you haven't been paid. Oh dear, I'll be a hopeless spy. The spy, what's that funny one? The spy who loved me or something? No. Spies like us. Yeah, I'd be so, like, if you think I'm a faulty Christian, yeah, I'd be a real faulty spy. Shannon said, yeah, I doubt that's on the cards. Shannon said, to be sure. Sue said, Muskrat, that's what's so weird. Lungs, ears, and sinuses clear, bad cough, headache, body ache, and weakness, and fever. So where's the inflammation if no infection? 20 days, little improvement. Wow. I am Kai says, my name sounds like a foreign language while choking. Luna said, Hev, you're amazing. Oh, thank you, guys. David said, yeah, where is Eyes and King Snurgle? Hasn't been seen in these woods for a while. God bless him anyway. Shannon said, you're after me, Lucky Charms, Deb. I am Kai said, translation is hard-headed. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm on my way out right now. So I'll be making videos when I can't come live, okay? How's that? Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Bye, guys. I hope I get the right one.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes, and ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.